Fungal acne does not exist. Let me explain. Fungal acne is a term made up by the internet. The derms and the doctors, they refer to this condition as pityriform folliculitis. It is a hair follicle infection caused by a yeast called Malassezia. That's why you get your fungal acne around your hairline, around your jaw, around your chin, your back, your chest, where the condition is moist and yeast can grow. This yeast infection is not chronic. It can easily be treated. This happens, like I said, because of humid environments, humid breeding grounds for this yeast. Maybe you live in a humid environment. Maybe you have overused your skincare products. Maybe you have overhydrated your skin. And maybe you're using too many occlusives. So many reasons, one tiny little infection. So you need to treat this infection first and then use products that will keep this condition at bay and it will not keep coming back. Maybe you went to a dermatologist and they prescribed you medications, oral or topical, but it's still not going away. Why? Because regular acne breakouts and Malassezia, fungal acne, can actually look pretty similar. Okay, let's get into this. Bacteria that causes regular acne breakouts is called Cutibacterium acnes. Cute, right? Causes a lot of problems though. Guess who its neighbor is? Yes, Malassezia. So, bacteria that causes regular acne and the yeast that causes yeast infection, aka fungal acne, are neighbors. It's fine as long as they stay in control, but we aren't that lucky, are we? See, the thing is, both of them occur on our skin naturally. They just naturally live on our skin and keeps it healthy. Yes, the problem occurs when they get into our hair follicles. When the acne bacteria gets into our hair follicle, it starts eating the oil that our skin naturally produces. And that causes your acne breakouts, your pimples. But when Malassezia, the yeast, gets into our hair follicle, it causes more oil, yes, which leads to the yeast infection, aka fungal acne. So, since your acne breakouts come from acne bacteria and your fungal acne comes from a yeast infection, they need to be treated differently. Same ingredients, same products do not work on both of them. So there are certain differences between acne breakouts and Malassezia. Malassezia are usually the same size and round and they look almost similar. Acne breakouts, on the other hand, they can be big and inflamed. They can be tiny bumps. They can be brand new and not inflamed. So sometimes it does get a little difficult telling the difference between the two. The second one is Malassezia, your fungal acne. It's itchy. So if you have fungal acne over your chest, on your back, on your face, sometimes when you're sweating too much or if it's too much heat, you can feel the itchiness. Acne, on the other hand, does not itch. The confusion between these two happen because sometimes you have acne breakouts and fungal breakouts at the same time. So if you have gone to a derm or a doctor and they look at you, sometimes, unfortunately, all they see is your acne breakouts because your fungal acne is hidden among your acne. Since your fungal acne is tiny and your acne breakouts can be big and inflamed, it gets tricky to recognize which is which, so your derm might end up prescribing you antibiotics. These antibiotics may be topical or oral, they literally kill off your acne bacteria. But what if you don't have acne? If it's a yeast infection? Antibiotics are not going to help now, are they? And as you all know from the internet, the most common ingredient being used is benzoyl peroxide. It's fine as long as you have regular acne breakouts. It works. But if you have an yeast infection, aka fungal acne, BP is not going to work. You're just going to damage your skin barrier. So what actually helps getting rid of this yeast infection? Two ingredients, ketoconazole and sulfur, have shown really good results when it comes to getting rid of this yeast infection, aka fungal acne. You can use a ketoconazole shampoo 2 to 3 times a week. Use it only on the areas you have fungal acne. Keep it on for 2 to 3 minutes and then wash it off. Do not overdo it. You will damage your barrier. Second, you can use a sulfur cream as spot treatments. Just on the areas where you have fungal acne. Do not rub it all over your face. Another thing that can help with fungal acne are clay masks. Masks that have bentonite clay or kaolin clay, because your fungal acne, malassezia, it feeds on oil, and what clay mask does is it gets rid of excess sebum from your skin, hence helping you clearing out the yeast infection. Now coming back to why does your yeast infection keep recurring even when you use good products, safe products? Here's the thing, if you are sensitive skin, then there are certain ingredients that can trigger this yeast infection and you will not be able to get rid of it. Ingredients like ferments, ferment filtrate, ferment extract, yeast extract, Saccharomyces, these can trigger your yeast infection to come back. Since all fermented ingredients need yeast to ferment, your yeast infection is not going to go away if you keep using these products. So before you purchase any product, just go through the ingredient list and make sure it does not have any ingredients that I just mentioned. Also, when it comes to oils and butters, you need to check the comedogenic rating. If it's over 1, don't use it. And again, I'm talking specifically for people suffering from fungal acne. Now, when it comes to oils and fatty acids, there are 4 types: small chain, medium chain, long chain, and very long chain. And the thing is, Malassezia, the fungal acne causing yeast, it gets really excited by long chain fatty acids. So here's what you can do. All you have to do is Google the oil name and ask Google if it is a long chain fatty acid or not. Like, is olive oil a long chain fatty acid? If Google says yes, don't use that product. If Google says no, then sure, you can use the product. And the problem is your hormones play a huge role when it comes to fungal acne, because the more hormonal imbalance you have, the more oil your skin will produce. And as I've said earlier, Malassezia, it loves to eat oil. Well, technically, all of us loves unhealthy food. But the point being, more oil, more yeast infection. There is also a website called Cezia where you can type in all the ingredients of any product that you want to use, and that site will tell you if that product has any yeast infection triggering ingredients. And it's actually very easy. All you have to do is go to the product's website, or from Inky Decoder, just copy all the ingredients, paste it on the Cezia website, and they will tell you if it has any ingredients that can trigger your fungal acne. That's simple. So, what did we learn today? First, fungal acne and acne breakouts can look fairly similar. So, ask a doctor very politely to make sure what you have and prescribe medications accordingly. Second, if your antibiotics and your benzoyl peroxides don't work, then you may have fungal acne. Third, use ketoconazole or sulfur to treat your fungal acne 2 or 3 times a week. Do not overdo it, you will ruin your barrier. Fourth, don't use products with fermented ingredients or yeast extracts or Saccharomyces. Fifth, use Google to check the comedogenic rating of oils and butters, and also make sure to check if the oils are long chain fatty acids or not. Sixth, use the Cezia website to make sure your product does not have any yeast infection triggering ingredients. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helped. I will link the websites in the description. Do check it out. And if you have any questions, leave a comment. See you in my next video.